Hello, everyone. This is Jeremy from 999 Positive Therapy. And this is my channel, my YouTube channel. I created this channel to create a positive outlook on life in general and to basically work through your darker self so you can get to your lighter self. You know, you can't have darkness without light and vice versa. It's kind of a yin-yang type of thing. And you want to have both. To get to your light, you really need to work through your shadow. And you can cultivate and grow from within out. Have your balance. You want to have your light and your dark and your middle self. Your lower self is like your inner child, as they call it, and then your higher self, and you want to integrate all three. So I'm going to start off with something that happened to me actually yesterday. So yesterday I got an awesome deal on some wood, right? And what happened is I unloaded it, put it here. I was so happy, and the wood wouldn't light in the wood stove. And it was one of those things where I was like, okay, well, that didn't work. But here's the deal. I never gave up with it, okay? I did everything I could. I threw paper in there. I got it going. I mean, I'm pretty good at lighting wood stove. I've been doing it for a long time. So I put that wood in the wood stove, and it wasn't lighting. I tried everything. That didn't work. So I ended up going to the store and getting some other wood, because this wood actually wasn't it had the moisture still in it, okay? But so I threw some other wood in there and I mixed them together, and it's running great now. So basically, here's what I'm saying is never give up. Okay, when you're trying to do something, never give up. If you have dreams and goals, set those dreams, set those goals. Get where you want to go with that, because I'm telling you, you may be in a season of where everything is kind of not working out for you, okay? And here's the deal. You plant the seeds. The seeds are just right under the surface. They're going to sprout into fruit. You just have to keep at it and keep going. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. That's basically what I'm saying for today. All right, now let's get into your tarot reading. This is going to be a shadow reading. Now, I bought this deck because I was just attracted to it. I thought the imagery was interesting, and I was about what this is. So here's my shadow deck. Here's my Oracle shadow deck. It says confront the demons within. So basically, work on your shadow self, because when you work through everything, you have to conquer the darkness to get towards the light. Okay? Once you conquer that darkness and accept it and integrate it, you have more power to do what you need to do in this world, So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shuffle. Get this out here. There we go. I'm going to shuffle this deck and see what you need to work on. So this is for collective, and we're going to see what comes up with it. All right? All right. Let's see what we got here. We're going to go through this deck and see what you need to work on. Oh, here we go. Are you ready? It says strength, courage, determination. That's what this card says. Okay. I'm being shown to actually read what this booklet. So I was shocked with this particular deck because this deck was, you know, it's got like the reverse pentacles on it, which isn't really a bad symbol. It just means towards self. You know, it's a supposedly satanic symbol or whatever. But basically, when you have the star that's going towards this way, it means towards yourself. When you have the star pointing up this way, it means towards spirit or God or the universe or whatever. The universal energy. Okay? Whatever you believe. So, we got number 29. It says, despite being a strong emotion, fear has no place in your heart, so don't let it control you. Behavior or prevent you from reaching your goals. You must confront your fears now. Now, I'm a big believer in confronting your fears. I can tell you that I've had fears in the past, and every time I had a fear, I had to just get right into it. So I've done welding for a living and truck driving for a living. And I can tell you that getting behind the wheel of a truck, that can be a fear because, you know, you have a long truck that you have. I didn't drive the huge, well, I have drove a couple of trailer trucks. But there can be some intimidation with that. And I tell you, when you conquer your fears, you'd be surprised what you can do in your life when you conquer your fears. So I'm going to read more of this, a little bit more of this at least. It says, look closely at what exactly is impeding you and preventing you from moving forward and attaining your everything you want. So, what I believe in that is what I'm being told to tell you is have courage, have the strength to move towards your goals. Don't let fear stop you from having your best life. All right, we have another one here. This is confusion, unclear, overwhelmed. And this is the card. And don't let confusion, unclearness, or overwhelmed. Don't become overwhelmed in life. Things happen in life. That happens to everybody. Struggles happen. Have a positive mindset about things. You ever had that negative coworker who's just always negative? You know, let's say you're having a bad day, all right? And you have coworkers over here on this side, right? You have coworkers on here on this side. And here's you. And everybody who's not having a bad day walks up to you. Oh, wow, they're having a bad day. Boom, they scatter. Because energy, whether it's positive or negative, we attract what we think. Quite literally attract what we think. You know, that goes to manifesting things as well as situations in your life. God does give you lessons. Sometimes you got to work through them. But when you do the shadow work and you really get down deep, I mean, I've done tons of shadow work. Like, throughout this whole year, I've done tons of shadow work. I had to shed my old self. A lot of just... no lie, just tons of tears of every kind. Just when you write things down and things come up, it's weird. It's an emotional experience that you'll know once you're doing the shadow work, because man, it can be super heavy. Now, don't let anything overwhelm you. Just stay working towards your goals. You will get there. You know, we all have challenges, and that's a part of life, and you got to meet those challenges. You know, when you meet those challenges, you're going to soar. You're going to soar. You're going to just be great, you know. Let's see what the next one is. Well, this is getting... We're going to do this one right here. We're going to do these two. Alright. Blinded. Brash. Thoughtless. This is the card. And you notice there's a raven or a crow pulling out somebody's eyeball. So what does that mean? Don't be blinded by your goals. Set your goals with intention and purpose and positivity, of course. Positivity. And also make sure that your goals are... do steps. Don't just, like, aim high and then decide the steps to get there. Because the steps to get there will get you just... It basically will give you a blueprint of what you need to do to get there. So, for instance, you have a high goal, right? So you want to just set... Let's say you want to make $10,000 a month. So set a goal of, heck, $5,000 a month. Let's do that one, because some people can't think that high in their thinking of this. So, you know, set that goal. What can you do to make that $5,000 a month? And then just increase it and increase it and increase it. And then set goals, set intentions, and do the work to get there. Because if you don't do the work, you're going nowhere. And that's the blatant truth. Accumulation and responsibility. That's this one right here. So, reevaluate your goals. That comes back to the first one, you know. Reevaluate your goals. Responsibility. Be responsible. Can't see it. There we go. Be responsible for your actions. And set your intentions high. Let's see what else we got, if there's anything else. Oh, there it is. Manifestation. There we go. Manifestation right there. See that? So, once you set those goals high, you can manifest your dreams. Investment. Inspired action. So, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Quite literally. You can manifest your dreams. Okay? This is Jeremy for 999 Positive Therapy, and you guys have a good day. Hit the like button, and I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one, okay? Bye.